welcome class. I have some special guests today, some Elsas and, Ariel, Mulan, and Pocahontas joining us for class today. So we're going to first, of course, start with our one step of our 3-step drill just to get these sounds in our memory banks, trying to get that at least recognizable. F-L-E says full. K-L-E says cool. U-R says P-R says pr. U-N-K says unk. G-R says gr. B-L-E says bull. I-N-G says ing. O-E says o. O-A says o. U-N-G says ong. Maybe throw in a different type of voice today. Maybe you should do a ghost. O-U says ow. S-H-R says shra. I-N-K says ink. I-R says Or maybe you want to do your whisper voice today. F-L says f. R says r. E-A says e. A-I says a. A-N-G says a. Or maybe you want to do your vampire voice. I-G-H says I. A-Y says A. E-E says E. O-N-K says onk. O-W says ow. Ah. O-R says or. Magic E says. Or maybe you would like to do your weird voice. D-L-E says do. Z-L-E says zo. O-O says ooh. U says up and you. O-N-J says ong. Or maybe you want to do a clown voice. O-S-O says O says O and O. I says I and I. S-C-R says scroll. Or maybe you just want to use normal voice. A-N-K says ank. C-L says cl. A says a and a. G-L says gl. E-R says S-P-L says spl. E says and E. A-R says R. D-L-E says dole. P-L-E says pull. C-L-E says coal. G-L-E says gold. Now again, saving us on some time. We're not blending. I just wanted to go through those sounds that you learned recently that we need to remember. But now we're going to go ahead and continue with our talk about Y. Okay, so we have Y, our consonant, which says y, right? And we now know that Y also says E, right? And so when we are thinking about Y as a consonant, where does it go? Very good, Pocahontas. It goes at the beginning of a word. Okay? Now, if we're thinking of Y as E, you're thinking of it with a 2-syllable word at the end of a word, like city, right? Or candy, or funny, right? So today we're going to be talking about Y when it's the vowel sound I. Okay? So when we're thinking about the Y as a vowel sound I, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you the rules before we start with our dictation. Because unlike last time when we could kind of figure out the flow of it, this time we have 2 separate rules for I. It gets a little more complicated. Okay? So when you see Y for an I, first way is a little more simple. It's a 1-syllable and the Y is at the end. Can you think of any words that have Y at the end that says I? We'll come back to that later. Now, the other rule is a little more complicated. So this is in the middle of the word, and it's usually the second letter. So, for example, when we think of Y saying I in the middle of a word, and usually being the second letter, we might think of one of our favorite special classes, gym, right? That says I, and we know that. There are other words that says I in too, and we'll talk about those during our dictation today. Kind of starting to recognize those words. All right, so let's go ahead and start getting our paper ready for dictation. Again, you should have a lovely paper that looks like this from your packet. If you don't, go ahead and make one super quick, right? We have 2 lines, 6 lines, 5 lines, 2 lines, and then 3 lines and some stars, right? And then we have our sentences on the bottom, right? So, taking a look, let's go ahead and get started with number 1, right? Number 1 is the word cry. Cry. Okay, let's check it together. Again, reminding you that if you're not done writing it, please pause the video between each of these so you write it first. Very important that you try it first. Okay, number 1. Cry. Cry. Notice that consonant blend at the beginning, cry, and I, cry. All right, that one should have been pretty easy. We've recognized that one, right? Number 2 is a 2-syllable word, mystic. Mystic. Like magical, right? Mystic. Okay, let's check it together. Now, notice that the I sound was not at the end. No, it was not. So, we're taking a look. Oh, it's the second letter that time, mystic. All right, and that's a 2-syllable word, mystic. All right, so make sure that you do your rewrite of that word, mystic, right? Number 3 is gypsy. Gypsy. Now, this is a special word. You have to think about it, because this one is special in the fact that it uses some of the rules that we learned last week. Hint, hint. All right, let's check it together. Gypsy. It's a 2-syllable word, right? Like mystic, right? Gypsy. And so we're thinking about the Y saying I, right? Gypsy. And the Y at the end saying E. Now, I want you to notice too, this says cry. This is the long I sound, right? I. This is saying the short I sound. I really want to make that clear that those are still 2 I sounds. One's long I, one's short I, right? If it's in the middle of the word, it's going to say the short I, right? And not the long I. Just like gypsy, short I, right? And then long E at the end here. Okay, make sure you rewrite here for gypsy, yes? All right, next word, number 4, is shy. Shy. Checking with me, shy. That digraph of sh and I, that long I sound right there, shy. And then, of course, number 5 is style. Style. Huh. Style. I added this one because it doesn't necessarily follow the rules, right? So it's interesting in the way that it says the long I sound, style, right? But that magic E made that Y say I, and it's treating it as a vowel, right? And this is one's really kind of hard, and I'm proud of you if you did it right, okay? Because it's in the middle of the word, but it didn't say eh, it said I, right? And so that can be really complicated. I'm proud of you if you got it right. And if you didn't, that's okay. That means that you're learning with me, okay? And so style is one of those ones that's kind of weird with the rules, okay? So again, we're going to take a look at the rules before we get on to our sentences. Y as the long I sound, right? The long I sound. One syllable at the end, like shy or cry, right? And then middle for the Y for the short I sound, unless it has that sneaky magic E, like we talked about, should be in the middle and is usually the second letter, right? Usually. Okay, so taking a look today at our sentence, our first sentence says, Pam is shy and may cry. Say it with me. Pam is shy and may cry. All right, now tap our lines together. Pam is shy. Pam is shy and may cry. That's okay. What I want you to do on your paper is I want you to add a line and add a box. I'm going to have to fix that, right? I used the program, and it looks like the program left off a word. All right, so let's try that again. Pam is shy and may cry. Okay. Actually, I was just off. It's fine. All right, go ahead and write. Okay, let's check it together. Pam is shy and may cry. Again, your worksheet is fine. You have enough lines. You're okay. I just had one minus. It's okay. So let's take a look at our cops, right? C for capital letter. Yes, Pam has a capital letter, not only because it's the beginning of a sentence, it's also a proper noun. Order, Pam is shy and may cry, makes sense to me. Punctuation, oh no, I forgot my period, right? So make sure you put your own period. And spelling, check for that spelling of shy and cry, maybe may as well. All right, our second sentence. Patty will try to fry the fish. Again, Patty will try and fry the fish. All right, let's tap our lines. Patty, which is the two-syllable word, Patty, will try and fry the fish. Go ahead and write it. If you need to repeat this back, that's okay. Let's check it together. Patty will try and fry the fish. Okay, checking for cops. We should have a capital letter for Patty. Order the words to be Patty will try and fry the fish. Punctuation, you should have a period, and spelling, check for Patty, which should have that Y as an E at the end. Will try and fry the fish, right? And so once you're done with that, I hope you rewrote number 1. Please rewrite number 2, checking for cops again, right? And so it's really important that we know these Y sounds and when they make a vowel sound and when they make a consonant sound. So really practice in thinking about that in your reading this week, as well as the worksheet you'll have later this week. All right, thanks and bye guys.